There's a rumor that we hate police. I just want to voice the rights. Miranda didn't write for me.
The people behind this musical short, called Disarmed, say it shows a cops versus community rap battle, and they're using art and film to try to peacefully bridge the gap between KCPD and the community. Face KC, a local nonprofit that created and released this several months ago, wants you to watch it now and help them with the next phase of the project to break down barriers and move forward with solutions.
We've seen police face to face with the community. We've seen it in Kansas City, but not like this.
Put your hands in the air, we going there.
KHALID ABDULQAADIR started thinking about this idea after a police officer killed Michael Brown in 2014.
Michael Brown is actually a distant relative of mine.
Last year, he reached out to KCPD to start making what they call a cops versus community rap battle.
Be able to speak truthfully to each other, and then as a result of that conversation, be able to move forward with real solutions.
Get the dialogue going, which I think, even in light of recent events, is probably more needed now than it ever has been.
Innocent interactions turned into something from nothing. The loss of lives daily shouldn't be up for discussion.
Dozens of meetings, and months later, they filmed it in January. Spades Lunn wrote the lyrics.
This isn't just another song I'm doing. This isn't just a poem I'm performing. This is people's lives.
Conversation with the nation, please. I heard we had discrepancies. There's a rumor that we hate police.
Every officer you saw was a real officer.
Including Officer Nathan Harper.
When I leave my house, I tell my wife goodbye.
They say they used powerful images to represent real tragedies on both sides.
Orlando Castillo was killed by an officer in front of his 4-year-old daughter. Another was Natalie Corona, who was an officer out in California who was gunned down at a traffic stop.
We need to have this conversation now before it gets worse.
Say his name!
But months later, the nation was having that conversation. Protests erupted across the country against police brutality and racism, sparked by the death of George Floyd.
It fuels me to keep trying to do what it is I'm trying to do.
What are we going to do to change this? We're working on our things. We're working on our tactics. We're working on our but with us, any traffic stop can turn on a dime.
Do you know the pain? Waiting all night for the child that never came. Gunshots, bang, bang. Make it home, my family worry the same thing.
Make it home, my family worries the same thing, and that's for every officer.
His verse comes from the perspective of when 2 officers held guns to me, but they apologized. They said, not only are we sorry, but please try as best as you can to understand that we have to make it home.
This is phase 1 of a larger project, hoping to get the community to engage together.
Accountability on both sides.
So they told us that since this video came out, it's actually stopped violence at least once when 2 people who were in the video together were about to fight, then recognized each other from the filming. So now they want more people to get involved in the next phases in the Kansas City Community Film Project, they're calling this. They want to include a feature film. They want to take this beyond Kansas City, include local artists, find out how, and a link to watch the full, really powerful music video on our website, a link to this site at kshb.com.